So we're going to talk about language development and when you'll start hearing your child talking, basically all of that. We're going to touch base on it. So around 6 months, you're going to start noticing your child trying to say mama or dada, simple words like that. It might just be sounds that they're making too. They're exploring. They've finally realized what their tongue does. You'll start noticing more words coming closer to around 18 to 24 months. That's when you're really going to notice your child taking off with words. You're going to start noticing 2 to 4 word sentences. So everyone that's really worried right now, your child's not talking a lot, it's completely normal. Right now, at the age, all of the children I have in the classroom, most of them at least, they're talking in gestures. They're communicating through the gestures, the pointing, throwing their arms. They see us doing it. I'm constantly talking with my hands and my arms. They're also using their sign language, which is great. Them doing all that is showing us that they are understanding. It's communicating. They just don't have what it takes at this moment to be spitting out words. Most children start talking one word at a time. Between 10 and 14 months, they'll say mama, dada. They'll try to say siblings' names, pet names, toys that they want to play with. We hear yeah all the time in the classroom. Even when they mean no, it's yeah. And you'll have to listen to tone a lot too. Tone is a huge thing for babies. Like I said, sometimes they say yeah for no. So it'll be yeah. And when they really want to do something, it's yeah, and they'll lift their arms up or they'll run to where you want to go, which is, once again, great. So like I said, that's really the first step in communication for babies. There are ways. I'm reading awesome things. I took some stuff that I wanted to touch base on because I forget things very easily. So games like Peekaboo are a great way to start trying to get them to talk more. Even if they're not talking, they learn that they do this. They're going to play Peekaboo with you too because that's what you've been doing. And eventually, even if you're the one doing this, they'll start saying boo or peek because we say both. Instead of 2 words, we'll make just 1 word. It's either peek or boo because we notice that they start saying it more rather than us going peekaboo. I do say that too though. They imitate a lot of stuff that they are seeing from teachers and friends and parents. So the more you talk, and they're listening, they're always listening. The more you talk, the more they're retaining, the more that they're getting in. Reading helps a lot too. So I know everyone is so great about reading to their children in their homes. And I know this because when they come to school, the first thing they want to do is either read or dance. They love music, they love reading, and both of those things are really great for their language development. Especially, like I said, reading. The more you read to them, the better it is. And you can read books they're interested in. That helps so much too. But also reading them chapter books, small chapter books with bigger words. The more language you use around them, whether that's bigger words, it doesn't have to be huge words like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but it could be especially gorgeous. Just really descriptive words. They'll start understanding the concept of it and what it means, even though they can't say it. And understanding is the first step. Narrating what they're doing. Literally anything. Oh, you're walking over to the door. And also put enthusiasm into whatever you're saying. They're more excited by that. You can narrate things, anything they're doing, even if you can narrate what you're doing. I'm constantly going, oh, Angelina's gonna go wash her hands. At this age, talking in third person is just kind of normal. They end up realizing I'm Angelina and Gary. I'd be like, oh, look what Gary's doing. He's walking into the hallway. He's carrying the jug of milk. So you can narrate what you're doing, what your child is doing, what your partner is doing, what your pets are doing. Narrate everything. You can point to. The more you use gestures, the more they're going to understand that the gestures they're using, you're going to understand as well. Like I said, be really super descriptive. Whereas at school, I can say, oh, you're putting your paintbrush in the paint and you're you're painting, like really simple, I could instead say, oh, you are dipping your paintbrush in the blue paint and you are swiping it across the paper really quickly. Oh, look at that gorgeous painting you've made. Being really descriptive helps. I keep saying this, but it helps so much. The more descriptive you are, the better. But honestly, the best tool to encourage their development is narration. Because they're hearing it so much more. And this is another huge thing that helps is talking to them, not like they're babies, but like they're just another person you're having a conversation with. I do it too. I use baby talk sometimes to my younger children, but as they get older, I use less baby talk and I talk to them just like this. I come home and find myself doing it to my dog as well. It's a real problem. But you can ask them questions. Ask them questions all the time. They might not answer you, but they feel important. Give them choices. They might not answer you verbally right yet, but they will point. They'll give you some indication. And if they don't, still ask questions. Constantly ask questions, give choices, and don't talk for them. It's really easy just to talk for them. If someone gives them an option, instead of asking them what they want, it's easy to be like, yeah, they'll just take the blue one. Or, oh, they really like grape popsicles. These are just examples. Give them the choice to answer for themselves, even if it's not verbally. The more we do this, the faster we're going to start seeing the children talk. In my classroom, it's not often we have kids that say one or two sentences, like word sentences. It does happen occasionally, but it doesn't happen frequently. And I know that a lot of the parents in our classroom have been worried about their children with their language skills, but they are all right where they need to be. They're communicating with me through pointing. They dance when they want the music. They now learn that if they start dancing, even though there's no music, that they want the CD on or they want me to put something on YouTube. Yeah, they will communicate with you. It's just not common in my classroom for them to be using verbal communication. But it's coming. It's all coming. They're right where they need to be. They are very, very smart children. Another thing I need to stress is don't compare your children. No child is the same. They are not going to learn at the same pace. No child does. They might be really close, but one might be really, really excelling quickly in fine motor where others are excelling quickly in gross motor. And sometimes the sex has to do with that. Little girls tend to be better with their fingers, fine motor, art, because of the fine motor emotions, whereas boys tend to be better with the gross motor. Boys tend to walk faster. They tend to be more into going to the gym with me. So you really just have to take it day by day with your child and trust that it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at their own pace and that everything is okay. So that's all I've got for you. I went on many little spiels. I'm sorry about that. And I hope to see you all really soon. I hope you all guys are all doing really well, staying healthy. I miss you all, babies and parents, especially babies. Have a great rest of your day, guys.